Welcome to the BITS Library, Pilani. Built in 2003, this building has a rather unique architecture. On the outside, it looks like a fort with various remarkable trimmings like circular windows representing cannon holes as you would find in a real fort. The inside, of course, has a palatial ambience with marble stone floorings, arches, high ceilings, chandeliers, ample natural lighting and fascinating embellishments all around. Take for instance the carved window-like adornments above you to the left and right. These are the traditional jharukas that you would find in any ancient Rajasthani building overlooking a central courtyard. In front of you now are beautiful Rajasthani paintings. These Bhiti Chitra or wall paintings are unique to this region. Ours being an educational institution, these paintings have a unifying theme, Guru Shishya Parampara, which translates literally to the teacher-disciple tradition. These paintings are excerpts from the Indian mythology and major religions of India, outlining the relations between teachers and pupils. The first painting on the left is of Lord Mahavira, 24th Tirthankara of Jainism, talking to his disciples, and next to him you have the sage Shankaracharya in earnest discussion with his disciples. In the center, you have the painting of Dakshina Murti Shivaling, means Lord Shiva facing south. It also symbolizes Lord Shiva as the ultimate embodiment of knowledge and destroyer of ignorance. To the right, you have an extract from the famous Eklavya Dronacharya tale where Eklavya offers his thumb as a Guru Dakshina to his Guru Dronacharya. The last painting is the scene from typical Gurukul of the ancient times. Move to right. Here there are some more paintings of the same nature. In the center, you have the painting of Sri Krishna reciting the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. And to immediate right, you have a scene from Lord Krishna's childhood when he was at the Gurukul. These paintings symbolize the sentiments that every teacher is a perpetual student. Next to this, you can see Jesus Christ offering the moral teaching, famously known as Sermon on the Mount. Across this are the paintings of Lord Buddha and the first Guru of Sikhs, Guru Nanak, symbolizing again the student-teacher relationship. All these 10 paintings epitomize teacher-student relationship celebrated across the major religions of India. Walking to center. The library is distinctive in more than one way. For instance, it is a highly energy efficient and a low carbon emitter building. The skylight is the central dome and multitude of windows let in ample natural light that is apt for reading. Also, surrounding is soothing greenery in congruence with the scientifically proven fact that plants refresh tired eyes. On your left, you can see the PMRU board. PMRU is the Publications and Media Relations Unit that is responsible for bringing out various publications of the Institute and also disseminate information about the Institute to the media. First hall on the right. This hall houses print journals the library subscribes to. Latest issues of all contemporary journals in various subjects can be found here, along with Bitsian publications like Curie and the alumni magazine Sandpaper. This also contains newspapers, magazines and the likes for the casual reading. It also serves as another reading area. In total, the library as a whole has a 750 plus seating capacity. Center of library. Before us is the center of the library, is a traditional decorative circular recess with the dome and skylight. The dome is supported by 2 levels of arches and Dholpur stone pillars. All the carvings and other work of these has been done here itself by local artisans. Surrounding these are benches, marking an area generally used for informal reading and as a place where students can have discussions without disturbing others. In this hall, the projects, practice school reports and theses of the students are stored. You can also find the back volumes of various journals in these well-kept shelves. The hall across us houses even more of such volumes with more spaces for students to sit. Even the tables in this library have a history. Made of strong good quality teak wood, they date back to 1947, the year of India's independence. Walk out across to hall on left, fiction section. This is the room with the library's exemplary fiction section. Books on travel, biographies, history and books on Indian languages. The first shelf has some of the best works of literature as selected by the student literary body called Matrix. The most fascinating part of this room is the archives corner. Here you can find the library's oldest books, most of which were published before 1910. The oldest book here is over 300 years old. A proud possession of our founder chairman Sri G.D. Birla, this Tibetan handwritten book is in the ancient script of Bhot language. In a digitization project undertaken by the Government of India, these books have been scanned and digitized and they can be read online as a part of Digital Library of India. Upstairs to first floor. On this level is the exclusive studying area for students, which is particularly well lit due to many large windows all around. There are also enough lights at night so a student can stay here till late hours. The library stays open from 9 am to 11 pm on regular days and till 12 midnight during end semester examinations. Walking ahead, we have a hall number 7, for rare and old books, most of which are in the process of being digitized. Last hall on left. This hall has more journals, back volumes continued from the ones on the ground floor. To maintain continuity, these halls are internally connected by this winding stairway. Study carrels. The study carrels have been designed to give students extra privacy while studying. Each carrel is separated from one adjacent to it and has a plug point for laptops along with a comfortable seating arrangement. Coming downstairs, to our left we have the book issuing counter. Students can borrow books from the library simply by virtue of their institute provided ID cards. You can now see the recent publications notice board. On this board are displayed information about all the latest books written by BITS faculty members. On the outside, above us, you can see more examples of Biti Chitra paintings. The pattern of these paintings is called Ragamalika. Here, the expressions in the paintings relate to the musical mode called as Raga. These depictions of gods in different expressions and imperial kings and queens create an aura of warmth and benevolence and thus are apt for the entrance of this glorious building. With over 65,000 square feet area, a 750 plus seating capacity and the capability to suffice for at least another 25 to 30 years, the BITS Pilani Library is one of the finest, most magnificent architectures of recent times. A veritable storehouse of knowledge, it is indeed the pride of the institution.